Hello everyone. I'm just going to go over a few updates to It's Learning for the 2019-2020 school year that you might want to be aware of as you start making your courses and uploading materials. So there aren't many major changes this year. Last year we changed the look of the whole interface and there were lots of updates and lots of things to learn. This year they're all pretty minimal changes and they actually improve workflows and kind of make things a little bit easier for you to add resources and push out things to your students. So firstly, all of your 2019-2020 courses are available on It's Learning. If you're a returning teacher, you can get to your past It's Learning courses, so maybe ones from last year, by going to All Courses and going to Archived. That's how you can get to materials and copy them over into your new courses. If you are new to BCSC, you might not have access to It's Learning yet. We're creating accounts every single night as more of our new hires are going through the HR verification process. We cannot give you access to our technology resources or a laptop until you've gone through that whole new hire process. If you are unsure of that, contact the person in the email that's written on my initial document that I've linked here. So basically what you should see here is all of your new courses for this school year. When you sign on to It's Learning, most of you will probably be taken to a school dashboard. It's kind of under this groups tab and you'll see some information and things there. But if you notice, there are some changes. If you don't go to the groups tab right away, you might be taken to the home tab. And this is where there's a major change in the way that It's Learning looks. And by major, I just mean it looks different. It won't change any functionality here for you. So the change here, if you notice, the background's a little bit darker and I still see updates here. This is how It's Learning's been in the past. So if someone updates things in a course like I have been, you see those there. If you're in courses and people post bulletins, you'll see those there, as well as any upcoming assignments or things you have to do. This is what students would see. Students actually are taken to their school dashboard, so they won't go here unless they click it themselves. But if you want to see something that's different, if you click on the Courses tab across here on the top, this is where the home page is different for It's Learning. What you'll see are all of the courses that you are enrolled in. Now, the ones that are across the top here are courses that I've starred, or it's also ones that have been most frequently updated. So it's kind of the ones that you see in this short list right here that are pretty commonly visited ones that you go to. So if you want to start using this and having your students go here every single day so they don't have to go to the courses drop-down menu, have them star their courses. They'll all show up here and it's really easy for them to navigate to their courses. So you'll see the name of the course when it was last updated. Your students will see this too. They'll see your picture here and that tells them who's the teacher of that course, which is helpful too if your students have multiple classes they're involved in and the name kind of gets cut off on some of these when you're in the courses drop-down menu. So it's a way for them to see, oh yeah, this is this teacher's class. The full name and the teacher are listed there. On some of these, you'll also see as well that there are follow-up tasks too and announcements. So if I want to know what those are, if I click, it will take me to that course and I'll see my list of follow-up tasks here and things that I need to do. So it's a way for students to quickly go to that course and jump to it and see what they would like. So again, major change here is that the home tab now has a different look and appeal. All right. Other courses are listed below, so maybe these are ones that are not starred in your students list. You can also show more if you want. I'm involved in a lot of courses because I add myself to them and then forget to remove myself. But this is that whole new look here and how to quickly get to your courses. If you want to change the color of your course, you can do that in the course properties and settings option. But this is what it looks like for students. So if I want to go to a specific course, I can click there or from the courses drop-down menu like before. And there's another change here that makes things a little bit easier for teachers to add things. So if you click the add button, you might notice this difference. There's new buttons that come up. If you click show all, you'll be taken to the regular menu where you see resources you can add, assignments and activities and general stuff like that. But if I click add over here, you notice there's different buttons. There's Google Drive, OneDrive, and My Computer. So it's a really quick way for me to add any Google resources or files I've saved on my device for my students all in a couple of clicks instead of having to go to one of these buttons to do that. So the first time you do this, you'll probably have to link your Google Drive and give It's Learning permission. If you have used the Google integrated assignments before, you might not have to do that. But if you do, you'll have to give it permission. You'll have to sign in with your BCSC Google account. And make sure you're signed in with your BCSC Google account, not a personal one. Otherwise, that can lead to some discrepancies when you're trying to look at student work and then share resources later on. So if you notice, it pulls up my Google Drive. So if I want to share something on here, I'm going to share this resource. I'll click. Oh, you can also add things from shared drives, which are team drives, or resources that have been shared with you. So in the past, you couldn't use folders or things from shared drives. Now you can. So whenever I find my resource that I want to use, I'll click select. It's telling me that it's added it. And by default, it just adds it to the bottom of my resource tree. But there it is. So now I can organize it, I can put it elsewhere, but it's there for my students to see. And if it's a Google resource, it will automatically embed it. Like this was a PDF, it wasn't even a Google Doc. It embedded it on the page, and then my students can access it too if they want to in a more full screen view. So that's kind of a cool tool there, awesome feature where you get to add some things quickly from your Google Drive. If I wanted to use my computer, do show all, and then I can add something from my computer there as well. So if I want to add this one, takes it a second, depending on the size of the file. But that's the way that it adds resources. So they could all be here, and I could drag those into different folders if I would like to, or just go to the resources tab and all my materials are there. Now there are a few other updates that have not gone into effect yet that will probably late this fall or maybe even the winter, and those are further integrations with Google. So in the near future, the calendar on It's Learning will be integrated with Google Calendar if you like to use that. And Google Forms will also be integrated on It's Learning as well. So if you ever made a quiz on a Google form and wanted it to play nice with It's Learning, that capability is on the horizon. I will keep you updated when those changes go into effect, but these are all the major changes for this year. So a different look to the homepage, and then also a quick add from some of your different storage systems. If you have any questions, let me know.